To survive a fire tornado, evacuate the area immediately if an order is given, but if caught unexpectedly, find a sturdy, fire-resistant shelter like a brick building or basement and stay low to avoid smoke and debris. If caught in the open with no shelter, find a low-lying area and shield your head, staying low to the ground to find breathable air and avoid flying objects. Evacuation and preparation. Stay informed. Keep updated with local fire news and warnings to know when to evacuate. Evacuate early. If a wildfire is nearby, evacuate the area to avoid the formation of a fire tornado. Prepare a kit. Have an emergency kit with water, medications, important documents, and non-perishable food ready for immediate use. Wear protective gear. If you have to be outside, wear a mask to avoid inhaling smoke, ash, and toxic gases, or cover your mouth and nose with a wet cloth. If caught in a fire tornado, find a sturdy shelter. Seek a fire-resistant structure, such as a brick building or a basement. Stay low. Get to the lowest level of the building and stay as low to the ground as possible to find breathable air and avoid flying debris. Shield yourself. Protect your head and neck, ideally under a sturdy object like a heavy table. Do not drive. If you're on the road, pull over safely, turn off your headlights and hazard lights, and seek shelter in a sturdy building, as driving can be dangerous due to reduced visibility and flying debris. After the fire tornado, contact authorities, use text messages or social media to communicate with family and friends, reserve phone calls for true emergencies. Stay clear of hazards, remain away from downed power lines and broken utility lines. Assess damage with caution, wear protective clothing and sturdy shoes to check for damage, and stay out of damaged buildings. In the last few years, several firenados have been observed, most notably during major wildfires. 5 of the most recent examples are from Brazil, 2025, Utah, 2025, California, 2025, British Columbia, 2023, and California/Nevada, 2020. Here are the details on 5 of the most recently documented firenados. Brazil, 2025, a firenado tore through a sugarcane field in the Brazilian state of São Paulo in September 2025. Utah, 2025, on July 12, 2025, an EF2 firenado with winds up to 122 miles per hour was recorded over the Deer Creek fire. It occurred near La Salle, Utah, as the fire crossed into western Colorado. California, 2025, a small firenado formed during the Palisades fire in Los Angeles County on January 11, 2025. British Columbia, 2023, a fire tornado was filmed during the Downton Lake wildfire in Canada on August 23, 2023. California and Nevada, 2020, in August 2020, the Loyalton fire spawned several firenados, which prompted the National Weather Service in Reno to issue its first-ever fire tornado warning. The existence of firenados from this fire was also verified on Wikipedia. Fire tornadoes, or fire whirls, form when the intense heat of a large fire creates a powerful updraft, and combined with atmospheric conditions like turbulent winds, this rising hot air starts to spin into a vortex of fire and smoke. The spinning air draws in cooler air, which further fuels the fire, creating a rotating column with high wind speeds and temperatures that can cause significant destruction and spread flames. Key factors for fire tornado formation. Intense heat from a fire. A large, intense wildfire creates a powerful updraft, which is a column of hot air rising rapidly into the atmosphere. Turbulent, rotating winds. The rising hot air interacts with atmospheric winds, which can cause the air column to start spinning and form a vortex. Fuel for the fire. As the air rotates, cooler air is pulled into the vortex, which fans the flames and intensifies the fire and the resulting updraft. What happens during a fire tornado? A vortex of flame. The spinning air forms a tall, rotating column of fire and smoke, similar to a regular tornado but powered by the fire's heat. High wind speeds and temperatures. the intense rotation creates powerful winds and extremely high temperatures within the fire tornado, making it very dangerous. Increased wildfire spread. These fiery columns can leap across landscapes, carrying burning debris and intensifying the spread of the wildfire. In summary, the formation of a fire tornado is a natural phenomenon where intense heat from a wildfire generates an updraft, which then, due to the presence of turbulent winds, starts to rotate and stretch vertically. This process, called vorticity stretching, amplifies the spinning motion and creates a fire tornado with powerful winds and the ability to spread fire rapidly across a landscape.